Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to the Simpsons Hit and Run in the late hours of the afternoon as we are now playing as Apu Nahasapimapedalon. The reason why we're playing as him is primarily spurred on by the story concept in which, Marge was pretty much giving Apu all this for selling that Buzz Cola produced for humans by quote-unquote humans. And I guess because of the fact that he was ashamed at selling this tainted cola, yeah, Apu's pretty much now going on the warpath, investigating the distributor, which seems to be in the middle of nowheres. But first, I think we're gonna need a change of clothes. It ain't really feeling right to have Apu culturally integrate into America. Okay, I'm gonna stay away from those sorts of jokes, because, yeah, I mean, for those of you who probably don't really know, although you probably do know, yeah, Apu was pretty much... Well, have they gotten rid of his character out of The Simpsons? Because there was that documentary, like, not too long ago about Apu apparently being racist, even though he was arguably one of the better-written characters in the show, and, yeah, like, I mean, Hank Azaria stepped down from voice acting him, and unlike a lot of other characters in The Simpsons where they did actually recast with, how would I put this without sounding like a fucking jerk, ethnically appropriate voice actors, yeah, Apu, I don't think has been seen since, or if he has, it's probably just been as a background character, which... kind of odd, really. Whatever. There's nothing really more to be said apart from, well, kinda sucks really, because I quite like the character. Anyway, mission time.
I must finish quickly or vomit. Oh, I have been selling tainted cola. Unless I redeem myself, I will be reincarnated as a sea cucumber, or worse, a land cucumber. I must find the source of this evil beverage. The soda invoice commanded I go here, but I see no cola factory. Oh, a cola truck. Time for me to do that Hindu that I do. Thank you.
So, God, I had so many inappropriate things I could have said there, but, yeah. Anyway, given the fact that, well, it seems like this cola ain't exactly being distributed through usual channels. Yeah, that's also part of the reason why I do actually quite like this chapter of the game, not only because it's taking place downtown, but also because Apu was generally pretty focused on finding out exactly who the hell's making this cola, and generally speaking, just also trying to put a stop to it, so, yeah. We're doing plot things that are actually relevant to our main story thread. Although, I mean, really, we kind of already know the source at this point, even as early as fucking part 2 of the game. Actually, no, even right at the beginning of the game, if you could easily tell what that beam of light was supposed to be. I mean, Bart even already fucking spoiled it, so we do know that aliens are involved. It's, I mean, I don't really know, like, I mean, again, I know The Simpsons does have a partially farcical tone because it's meant to be crazy and zany and all that, but, I don't know, it kind of goes as a bit of a non-surprise, really, when you're trying to do actual story things. But anyway, keep track of the Buzz Cola truck, especially when its AI gets a little bit buggered. Whee! And a nice bit of continuity, since this takes place later in the day, the ice cream stick thing is melted, or burned down, I should say. Ah, continuity. Unlike the continuity of, Apu's car, which is not the Pontiac Firebird as it was in the show, but instead, the Longhorn. I guess to add to that Americanness of Apu, like, hello Homer, let us take a relaxed attitude towards work and watch the baseball game. The Nye Mets are my favorite squadron. But anyway, all things aside, this is... it's a pretty simple mission first up, but this is around about the point in the game where things do start to ramp up a little bit more in difficulty. I mean, as it rightfully should, but by that same token though, yeah, you might find yourself starting to lose missions a few times, and, ooh, that mission skip feature. She be mighty tempting. Anyway, prepare for some absolute brain fuckery right then and there. Okay, not the card, but what we see right here.
Get lost, we're greasing our hair and skin.
My eyes, I'm seeing double. 4 Louis.
Hello, stereotypical Italians. Please to tell me the source of the evil cola.
We don't know nothing. Except that the brands are controlled by mysterious strangers. Anyway, you shouldn't stick your nose in other people's business. It could come back to haunt you. And your family.
Oh my gosh. Your thinly veiled threat has reminded me of my fatherly duties. I'm supposed to pick up the octuplets at the doctor's.
Another non-sequitur mission. And baby makes it. But yeah, this is pretty much just a case of kind of bizarro references to some of the later seasons where Apu actually ends up having 8 kids, which may be seen as a tad stereotypical towards Indians with large families. I mean, to some respect, really. Like, I mean, they do sort of play up Apu's, well, I mean, the man works hard for his 8 children and demanding wife, so, you know what, he's still doing his best. Here, have a baby. In any case, though, yeah, it's pretty much going to be a similar mission case to collect all the monkey things for the monkey man and do whatever else by the time we lose this tail. But again, as you can see, it's quite easy, but yeah. Gotta say, though, I do actually happen to quite like Springfield at this time of the day. It's very, very nice. I always like the very late afternoon as it just slowly turns to dusk. It's a lovely time of day.
I'm afraid we have a medical emergency.
Oh no, my babies!
Your babies are about to go to the bathroom all over my waiting room. And diapers aren't covered by your insurance. Ooh, you better hurry. I heard the parents of the Shelbyville 9 are grabbing every diaper in town.
I will get the diapers, but there's no way I could fit them in my car. Maybe Mr. Homer will have a large gas-guzzling American vehicle that I could use.
Oh yes, now it is time for some excellent wheels as we have to find Homer in order to find the Homer. As in the car that was built for him in that one episode of season 1 of The Simpsons, where he made Herb Powell out of business. Thank you.
Mr. Homer, sir, do you have an oversized vehicle that I might be borrowing?
Borrowing? No. Selling to you at an insanely high price? Yes.
Fine, whatever.
Well, it was certainly a lot more fair to him than Bart was, so yeah. Homer is lucky this day. But anyway, now we got to get the diapers for the children, which is pretty much just another collectathon mission as we drive around in the Homer. By the way, if I can comment anything on the soundtrack for a lot of Apu's missions, again, it is using like a lot of Indian-centric instrumentals. Again, stereotypical probably, but I gotta say, like, I mean, the musical quality is actually really fucking good. It makes for some snazzy as hell chase scenes. It's quite nice. And by the way, is that meant to be the Simpsons? That is to say, the second Simpsons card, like not the Canyonero that we see in the game. I mean, like the one that you actually see in the show. Because I mean, if I already had that model, then why do we have the Canyonero? Huh. Oh well, oh Quimby. So yeah, you can actually get this mission done pretty quickly if you know what the fuck you're doing. There we go. Come on. Your death is inevitable. Surrender to me your final diaper so that my children may continue to defecate and urinate, for they lack bodily controls of their internal organs. There we go. Yeah, fairly simple mission, but at the same time though, like, I mean, if you do dilly-dally a little bit too much, then the time limits may prove to be a little bit strenuous. As they would do if you let that car get any further away from the hospital, but in any case, we have saved Apu's babies! Yay, woo, whoopee, wahoo, and yeah.
Thank you. Come again.
Yeah, kicking his heels. What a jolly little animation. Anyway, now it is time to take the Homer towards Krusty Burger. Yeah, I do apologize if I don't really have much in the way of funnies this recording session, because we're currently going through another heatwave in Australia, and I am boiling, melting.
Hello, famous American clown. I wish to ask a favor.
Everyone wants to wet their beaks.
I require information about trucks delivering evil cola. How can I get this classified data?
Sorry, Apu. I'm a drink-squeezy, punchy lowlife. You need a professional scumbag. Follow a cop until you find one. You'll have better luck if you know, look American.
Thank you, horrible man.
A lowlife, eh? Looks like we're gonna have to find some snakes in the grass. I mean, the profile pretty much told us everything that we needed to know anyway, so, fuck it. Follow the trail of donuts, and you shall find the mystery. Although, really, I mean, what the fuck donuts are just doing in the middle of the street on top of a fountain around the hospital? What the hell was Wiggum doing? Was he wigging out on drugs, or fucking... I have no idea. It's probably just Chief Wiggum going, donuts, I got donuts, I got... Hey, I know you! Yeah, but anyway, this is also gonna have... this is pretty much just leading us up to, the big team-up. Apu, the convenience store clerk, trying to make a living. and Snake. The criminal with a heart of gold who used to be a treasure hunter, according to that one episode where Snake used to be an Indiana Jones treasure hunter. It was like, oh dude, I have been robbed. Well, now it's time to make a name for myself as a jailbird. Oh, now we're gonna follow Police Chief Wiggins of the Sky Police. And, yeah, well, we're pretty much just busy following our morning commute. Morning? No, it's pretty much the late afternoon. Yeah, here's some more trivia. Menu art for the game was actually designed by Radical Entertainment, but was later removed because of the fact that any officially licensed Simpsons artwork, it needs to be screened by Fox's own artists and auditors. I guess because they're the ones that technically own the legal copyrights here, but yeah, all the same, Radical Entertainment weren't really happy when they learned about that, and as such, I think that's part of the reason why you have that whole sort of in-game menu thing with, you know, the Simpsons house, you know, rotating around with the, you know, the models of, like, the TV, the newspaper, game console, or whatever. I don't know. It's, it's bizarre to think about, but then again, I suppose it is also why you need to be careful about, officially sourcing your artwork, because otherwise, well, you're gonna get thrashed by lawyers and auditors and pain. And not of the Max variety. I mean of the broken knuckles, fingernails, and financially crippling debt, which, is truly the most frightening crippling of them all. But anyway, we have finally made it to the Dumv, and then we can finally begin our next mission.
Make them like it.
Hand over your wallet, dude. This is totally a mugging.
Oh, what good luck! A criminal!
Huh?
Well, surely a violent filth bag such as yourself could find out who is driving the black cola vans.
Well, I do have a connection at the DMV, but it will cost you. You have to pick up the litter from my community service.
It is a deal.
Deal. Now hand over your wallet.
Yes, yes, whatever.
I can't believe it. Apu and Snake working together? Well, they always say never trust a snake, and ooh, look, there's an advertisement for the Homer. But yes, we also get one of my favorite tracks in the game, Never Trust a Snake, which you might have heard beforehand, but that's pretty much its official name on the soundtrack, and it is absolutely one of my favorites for the sick as hell guitar riffs, and yeah, in accordance with Snake's mission, we're pretty much just collecting rubbish, and not just by chasing down this little rubbish truck or whatever, which is actually quite fitting, because I'm also recording this on my rubbish bin day as well, where we pretty much have a rubbish collected. See, it's all very intentional here at skullycommentaries.com.au/whatever. Yeah, but anyway, it's pretty much just the same sort of chase him down, bash him down, collect the... Actually, no, it's he's dropping the rubbish as it is. Never mind, scratch that thought. Buzz Cola replacing the pizza billboards. We could go for some pizza right now, and oh look, there's another advertisement for the Homer. But yeah, the rubbish truck will pretty much just stop nearby, right around here. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, he'll pretty much stop nearby your next destination, at which point you'll pretty much have to go on foot again. Yes, indeedy, on-foot missions. Oh, what a shocking twist of events. But, yeah. I mean, despite its very tacit platforming, it is pretty cool. And, by the way, you also might be noticing that a lot of the bees nowadays actually also have energy shields. Seems somebody may be getting wise to us getting cash by smashing them up. But yeah, it's also pretty much there to give like another tacit, oh no, there's an additional thing, you gotta kick him twice, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Yeah, as you can tell, combat complexity isn't really much beyond your bog standard GTA game, but I mean, at the very least, Grand Theft Auto 3 gave Claude, Tommy, and CJ at least the 1-2-3 punch. This just sort of has like a, you can either butt stomp or you can either kick them. That's pretty much all there is. But either way though, pretty fun mission, although you do kind of have to plot out which areas you comb the city with in terms of collecting the rubbish, because otherwise, yeah, you're probably going to be finding yourself running a bit short on time, and you're also going to get back to the DMV as well to... well, I don't really know why, just arbitrary game design. I don't think Snake would really care, just as long as we did the job fine ourselves, but whatever. Radical Entertainment was getting as much mileage as they can, and given the development cycle of this game, yeah, I really don't blame them, but... all of that aside, it's a nice way to explore the town at the very least, jumping up on buildings and exploring all around the place. By the way, if you interact with that little garbage, that little dumpster with the Alberto, yeah, you pretty much get a Barney Gumble being a sad, lonely drunk. At least I think so. I might be misremembering that or something. Anyway, avoid the bees, and jump on your knees, and get back into the Homer, and we should be pretty good at this stage. More coins to purchase the cars, and oh yes, come on. Excellent. By the way, it is actually entirely possible to fuck up that jump if you're not going fast enough, or if you access it at a weird angle where the collision detection doesn't register you smashing through, so yeah, you might have the odd occasion where your car just might stop in midair and you're just gonna get disappointed because the adrenaline rush, the endorphins released into your bloodstream will thin out immediately and you'll just be disappointed with a flaccid sense of pleasure. Yes, yes. By the way, I will say actually that apart from like maybe level 7, although even in that case, the Homer is pretty much the perfect car for you to have throughout the rest of the game, really. So, yes, indeed, it might not have been the car built for Herb, but that's because it is the car built for the Homer. We made it back, Snake, and we nearly ran you over too.
My friend has the information at the DMV. Go pick it up, pronto.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my violent associate.
It never ends. But anyway, on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and next time on the Simpsons Hit and Run commentary, well, we're gonna get to the source of the evil Buzz Cola.
Empty. I am the victim of chicanery most vile.